Okay, hi, welcome to yoga. We are going to have a stretchy class that's going to do a little bit of core focus, but we're going to have a really good stretch. So let's get started. We're going to lay down, but if you have a strap handy, that would be really nice. Keep it by the side of you. And we're just going to lay down. That's a really nice thing to do. On your mat, just stretch out your toes as far away from your hands as you can. And I want you just to really find that full length of your body on the mat. And then once you're here, just lengthen through one side. And then as you shorten out, then stretch and lengthen through the other. And then just passing through one side, then the other side, just stretching through that side body. And then through the other. Remember all those little details of stretching. So maybe you're spreading through the fingertips, maybe you're pointing the toes towards the mat. The chest is lifting, the lower back's lifted off of the mat slightly, just finding that openness through the front body. And then starting to pay attention to the breath. Simple breathing in, breathing out, but you've probably not noticed the miracle of breath all day. It's just been functional and you've just been busy. So just take a moment to be mindful of it. And then when you're ready, settle in, relax, exhale through the mouth, take a nice big releasing breath. And then options here, you can take your hands down by the side of you, maybe palms up, find that openness through the chest, or hands to tummy and chest if you like something physical to breathe into. And we'll just take some even breathing. So if my pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own. Okay, so here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With that breath, just returning to its normal pattern, see if you can set yourself an intention for today's practice. Whatever that might be, and then try to visualize it in your mind's eye, whatever it looks like to you. And then on your next exhale, release through the mouth. Take an exhale as a releasing breath and sink further into your mat. Next time, we're going to take the arms above the head. We're going to take the hands to the right-hand side, the hips over to the left, and the feet to the right, into blown palm on your mat. So we look like a banana. So whilst we're here, thinking about that left hip, just driving down into the mat so we can really find that deep side body stretch all the way through that left side. See if you can keep a little bit of space around the ears. Maybe that left ankle can cross over the right if you've got space for it. Maybe not. Maybe right hand takes hold of left wrist, just as a gentle encouragement over towards that left side. And take those nice, long, slow breaths. Take a little bit of a body scan, noticing whether the knees are lifting. If they are, then perhaps separate the ankles. Maybe the shoulders are right up by the ears once again. So then just release off. Take a moment. And then coming all the way back through center. This time the hips to the right, the feet and the hands over to the left. Taking that right hip down to the mat, deep stretch through that right side. And then if you have space, right ankle over the left, left hand around right wrist, just gently bringing that arm over. Space around the ears. And breathing fully, allowing the ribs to open as the lungs expand. And then making our way back through center. From here, just bring those knees in towards you. Take the hands to the knees, and we're just going to work through movement through the hips whilst playing into the core. So lower back pushes down into the mat and just take some circles with the knees. Whichever direction you choose to go in, it doesn't matter because we will change it up and go in the other direction in a moment. Focus in on that core engagement. So lower back is pushing down. The further the knees go away from you, the harder the core is going to have to work. See if you can draw up the pelvic floors. See if you can draw in the core. Push through the heels. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. I know there's a temptation to move a little bit of tension up through the body. So see if we can focus in on trying not to do that. And then let's switch it up, this time taking it in the other direction. Further away those feet go, the stronger that core is going to have to work. Okay, and then when you're ready, keep those knees stacked over the top of those hips. We're going to take the arms away from you so they're reaching opposite walls. And then we just extend the right foot down, tap the heel down, lift it back up. Left foot comes down. Left and right's all wrong. And then just alternating one leg at a time, extending the foot away, bringing it back in. It's keeping the knees stacked over the top of that hip. Lower back pushing down. Nice strong core. We'll go for another 4. That's 2 on both sides. And 2. And 1. Bring those knees in. Nice little circles on the lower back. And then switch it up, take it in the other direction. Okay, plant those feet down, tickle the back of the heels so we know where we are. And then take the hands down. We're just going to start to rock the pelvis, taking some pelvic tilts, just forward and backwards, squeezing the glutes on the lift. Thinking about the placement of the heels, we want to take that weight through the heel as we really channel the energy down into the mat. Thinking about the shins moving towards that front wall so that the knees don't flail out. Core is engaged with every lift of the bottom. We're going to start to move further up the spine. And as we roll down, focusing on each vertebrae touching down, pushing through the heels, knees in line with the hips. We're going to come to the midpoint on the back. We're going to hover here for a moment and then roll all the way back down, coming up to the shoulders. We're going to hover here. Squeeze the glutes. Can you lift a little bit higher? And then we're going to take the bottom down and squeeze to lift. A little bit of work through the glutes here. Lowering down and lift. We're going to go for 10. We're on 8, I think now. For 7, 6, 5. Take that weight in the heels. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep lifting for a moment. Push through the heels, lift the hips one last time. And then roll down each vertebrae. Keep that core solid. And then once you're there, bring those knees in towards you. Doing whatever you need to decompress, maybe circles on the lower back. Whatever we're doing, make sure we're doing it in both directions. And then plant the feet back down again. Take the hands away from you. Just drop the knees over towards the right side. Take a gaze over the left fingertips. Head back to neutral. Use the core to lift the knees or a hand. And then drop the knees over to the left-hand side. Remember, option to use a block if you need some support there. Taking a gaze over the fingertips on the right side. Nice full deep breath. And then head back to neutral. Bring the knees back to neutral too. We're going to take the feet together, just open the knees out, come to find a butterfly. If it's more comfortable, you can move the feet away from you. Doesn't become quite so intense through the hips. Just allowing those hips to open. If you've got blocks or a cushion that you want to put under the knees for a little bit of extra support, then do. And if you want to breathe into the hands, maybe one to the tummy, one to the chest. Or you can simply keep them right side of you or in cactus arms. Okay, going to use the hands to lift the knees and then draw those knees in towards the body, making circles on the lower back if you need to, or we can go straight into a rock and roll on the spine. Don't rush it, enjoy that. And then when you're ready, just cross those ankles, find yourself in a table. Okay, we're going to go through some cat-cows because it always feels nice, but put your own spin on it. Find the movement that your body needs. So as we take an inhale, we can look towards the ceiling, drop the tummy, maybe a little bit of movement forward and backwards over the wrists, and then taking that movement from the pelvis as you start to move through the spine. Think about the smaller details. So the hands pushing down into the mat, going to separate the shoulder blades. Thinking about the shins pushing down into the mat. Just the feeling, that sensory response is really nice. And then if you want to take some circles with the spine, then do, dropping through the elbows and then pushing all the way back up. And if you want to take it all the way back into a child's pose, then feel free. Whatever we're going to do on one side or how we move on one side, I'm going to see if we can replicate it on the other. So just rewinding or unwinding. Okay, and then when you're ready, meet me back in a table. There's no rush. From here, let's extend that right leg away. I'm going to push through that heel, just stretching out the backs of that right leg. Okay, going to lift through that right heel now, extending that heel towards the back of the room. If you want a little bit of core work, we can start to draw little circles with that big toe, taking that work through the glute and into the core. Small circles to start with, and they are getting bigger. The bigger they get, the more we're working the outside of the glute, so we're working into the glute med. Stabilize through the core. Want to keep the hips level. All the work is coming from the butt and the core. And then let's take it in the other direction. Start with those bigger circles first. And then gradually getting smaller. Okay. From here, take that right knee down. Take the foot out as a kickstand and extend that left leg away. Going to find our gate pose. Lifting left hand to ceiling and pushing down the pinky side of that left foot. Taking the gaze up towards that top hand if it feels good. And now sweep that hand all the way alongside the ear, reaching as far away with the fingertips as you can from the toes. Gaze is wherever it's comfortable. If you're happy here, stay here. A little bit of core work. We're going to bring elbow towards knee. Extend the leg away, but keep it lifted. And we're going to go for 10, extend, 9, extend, 8, extend, 7, extend, 6, forgot how to count, 5, sorry, and 4, gosh, this shouldn't be that hard, should it? 3, and 2. Last one here for 1, extend, but keep that left leg lifting, proving that you can. Left leg lowers. Take a last moment in your gate pose, make it as stretchy as you can. And then that left hand comes down, left knee comes down. Take the feet together. Let's find a wide-legged child's pose. Sink the bottom down onto the heels. Walk the hands forward. And then take an inhale, lift through the chest. As you exhale, just allow the chest to move towards the mat. If you've got space for it, the hands can come together and then pass over the head so the thumbs touch the nape of the neck. And then spread into the fingertips. Okay, unwinding, bringing the hands back down. Hands come back into your table, tuck the toes, bring the knees under the hips. And we'll go on the other side. That left leg is going to extend away, hips nice and level. Push the heel back. Think about the knee lifting towards the ceiling. Hips nice and level, core tucked under. Hanging out here as we push through the hands. Those elbow creases looking at one another. Gazing down between the hands. Long neck, crown of the head lifting towards that front wall. And then from here, let's lift that left leg. Okay, we're going to start with small circles with that big toe. And then those small circles get bigger. And then we're taking it in the other direction, starting with those big circles, if that's where you are. And then getting smaller and smaller. Okay, from here, let's take that left knee down. We're going to take it the foot out as a kickstand. Right leg's going to come long. Push down through the pinky edge side of that right foot and lift that left hand to the ceiling. Take a gaze up if it feels comfortable. And then extend that right arm alongside the ear. Fingertips as far away from the little toe as can go. And then if you want a little bit more core, let's go for it. That right elbow meeting right knee. Keeping the right leg lifted as you extend away. We'll go for 10. All right, we've done 1. Here we go. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it lifted. Hold it there because you can. Right foot comes down. Find your gate pose, but the stretchiest gate pose you have. And then when you're ready, right hand comes down, right knee comes down. Perfect. All right. Let's tuck those toes, push through the hands, chest to thighs, find your down dog. Walk through the heels. We're going to take that right foot through the hands. Take the left foot in a little bit so the hips are level and forward facing. Take the hands to the hips. We're going to come into pyramid as we begin to lengthen through the crown. You look like a table, okay? Nice and strong. Both legs are straight, but they're not locked out, okay? They're still soft. Push the bottom back towards the back wall. Lift the crown of the head towards the front wall, and the gaze is down by the center of your feet, but there's only one foot there. Okay, from here, we're going to take the right hand to the inside of that right ankle and then extend that chest around to the left and lift that left hand high. Taking the gaze towards the left hand if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, keep the gaze to the side so that you've got that balance. Okay. Bringing the left hand back towards the mat, we're going to take the hands either side of that right foot. We're going to find our way into a warrior three. Take a soft bend through that right knee, so we're not locking out, nice and soft. Hands are down. We're going to lift that left leg. And if you're happy to take the hands away, you can use your strength to take the hands behind you, or for more core, if you want more core, take the hands in front of you and imagine you are holding a giant beach ball, not a little one, a giant one. Keeping the hips nice and level, embracing the wobbles through the ankles. Take the hands back down again and find a standing split as the left leg comes up towards the ceiling. And then a large step back with the left foot. Keeping the back knee lifted for a moment, just take a moment to just move through that hip space. Rolling over the balls of the feet, because it always feels nice. Okay, take the back knee down, untuck the toes. That left hand's going to plant down as we open the chest to the right, bringing those ribs round. Maybe that right hand can come all the way behind you to touch the top of the left thigh, rolling that shoulder back just a little bit. Okay, coming all the way back round, hands plant down. Let's tuck the back toes, lift through the back knee. Take that right foot back to join the left in your down dog, and then start to pedal the feet out, heels down one at a time. Wiggle through the bottom. And then when you're ready, that left foot is going to come through the hands. We're going to bring that right foot in slightly, keeping both legs straight but not locked out. Hands to hips, widening the stance if you need to, but those hips are forward facing. We're going to lengthen through the crown of the head. The gaze is down towards the top of your mat, nice long spine. Bottom pushes back towards the back wall, and your back is straight as a table. Level through the hips. And then that left hand is going to come to the inside of that left ankle. And we're going to open out the right hand to the ceiling, drawing the body round to the right side. Gosh, I find this side much more challenging than the other. I suppose challenge makes us better. Yeah, sounds about right, doesn't it? That's what I'd say to my students. Okay, bringing the gaze down, taking the hands down, Take a bend into that left knee, nice small bend. Hands are down for some stability. We're going to find our warrior 3. So take the weight into the left leg, bring that right leg up. From here, if you're happy to lift the hands from the mat, then do. Hands can come behind you, lengthening through the body. So that crown of the head reaching forward and the foot reaching back. Hips are level. Embrace the wobble through the ankle. If you want a little bit more, hands can come alongside the ears. That's a lot of work for the core. And then when you're ready, hands come down. Find your standing split as you lift that right leg to the ceiling. Strong left leg. And then take a large step back with that right foot. Hands are down. Just move over the balls of the feet just to find some movement through the hips. And then when you're ready, back knee's going to come down. Right hand stays down. Left hand lifts. Bring the ribs round. Think about the hips moving forward and down. Gaze towards the ceiling if that's good, or bring that left arm all the way round to touch the top of that right thigh, rolling the left shoulder back. And then that left hand is going to come down. Tuck the back toes, lift through the back knee. Left foot comes back to join right. Pedal out those heels. Okay. From here, we're going to take that right foot through the hands. Back knee comes down and untuck the toes. We're going to come up, and as we do, bring the arms into cactus arms. Shoulder blades together, open through the chest. Think about those elbows reaching the back corners of the room. Okay. From here, we're going to take an inhale. As we do, lift the arms nice and tall. Exhale, lower down through the hips. As we inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Find that really nice stretch through the front hip flexor. Take an inhale to lift, and then exhale to lower. Okay, from here, if you're happy to, you can take your hands down to a block if you have one available. Down on that right side, bring that left foot in, and then sink deeply into that left hip flexor to find that stretch. Use the left hand to take hold of the foot. Roll that shoulder back and away. Use a strap if that foot is a long way from you. That is absolutely perfect. That's what our props are for. And then releasing the grip. We're going to take the weight over that left knee, straighten the right leg, toes on the right side towards the ceiling. Draw those hips nice and level. Take an inhale, lift, lengthen, and then as you exhale, fold over the top of that right leg. Imagining chin coming towards the top of your mat or towards your big toe. Okay, right foot's going to come flat. Move the block to the other side if you were using one. Hands are going to come down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Right foot back to join the left. Find your down dog. Pedal the heels. Okay, when you're ready, that left leg goes high. Three-legged dog. And then bring that foot through the hands. When you're ready, drop the back knee and untuck the toes. You're going to bring the arms into cactus arms. Draw the shoulder blades down, elbows towards the back corners of the room. As you take the inhale, lift out of your lunge, and you exhale, lower those elbows down, open through the chest, find that nice pinch through the shoulders. Take an inhale, lift through the arms, lift through the body. As we exhale, lower down through that hip flexor in the front. Last one here, take an inhale, lift. As we exhale, lower. Releasing the arms from here, coming back, taking that block to the left side, drawing right foot in towards the bottom. Roll that right shoulder back and away. Take a lunge through that right side. And then release the foot. Take the weight over that right knee. Take the toes on the left side towards the ceiling. Nice level hips, fold out of the belly out of the way and begin to fold over that left leg. All the while thinking about lengthening through the crown of the head to find that space through the spine that you know is there. Leveling those hips out, bottom back just a little bit. And then bringing that left foot flat, pop the block up the top. Hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. We're going to take that left foot back to join the right, pedal the heels out again. That right foot is going to come through the hands, but we're going to move the hands to the long edge of the mat. Here we are in a wide-legged pose. Anchor the outside of the feet down, push down through the pinky edge sides of the feet, and then push the bottom back. Really lengthen through the backs of the legs. Find a half lift so that you can find that nice long spine. Take the gaze down so that that neck is long too. Take an inhale, take a slight lift. As you exhale, fold down, imagining the crown of the head meeting the center point between the arches of the feet. We're going to walk the hands over to the right hand side. Take a deep stretch through that left side. And then take a bend into that right knee. Keep the hands down for some support. Take the toes on the left side to the ceiling. Use a block under that right heel if it's lifting. And then if you've got space for it, that right hand can come down and that left arm can lift, taking the gaze to wherever is comfortable. Okay, coming back from here, just remove the block if you need it. Move it over to the other side. Hands are going to come down. Lift the bottom back to your wide-legged stance. Take that half lift as you lengthen through the spine. And then walk the hands to the left side. Push down through the palms. Get a nice deep stretch through that right side body. Pushing those sit bones back. And then when you're ready, bend into the left knee, take the heel down on the right side, toes to the ceiling, and then pop the block underneath the heel. Left hand can come down if you have space, right arm can lift, and then really allow that opening through the right side and through the inner thigh on that right side too. And then slowly but surely removing the block, we're going to just, full of dignity, pop back onto the bottom. What a transition, hey? Bring the bottom down. Option to get all the way down however you want to. If you want to come down through your boat and then dish, then do. So sitting up nice and tall, nice long spine, chest open. Bring the feet up. Bring the hands alongside the shins, lift the chest, core nice and strong. And we're going to just send those feet away and then lift. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For your last one, you can go down via dish or simply just allow yourself to find space on your mat ready for your final savasana. If you're there and you need to make any final movements, then please do. Maybe it's a rock of the knees from side to side. Maybe it is some small circles on the lower back. Whatever it might be, just give yourself a moment or two just to move into it. Allow your body to fully enjoy the relaxation when it comes, because it will be ready. So focusing in now on nothing more than your breath. What a treat. Okay, so with the eyes closed, if you're happy to do so, just simply breathing in and breathing out. And we'll take a body scan today. I'm going to start at the foundations. As always in yoga, we'll be starting at the feet. I want you just to mentally travel to the feet, noticing whether the toes are splayed out, maybe the ankles are a little bit tight still. If they are, just send a breath there. Allow yourself to relax into the moment. From there, we're going to travel up the calves, up the quads and the hamstrings. Lots of lovely stretchy goodness happening there today. And then once you're there, we get to the hips. That heaviness through the hips. Think of the work they have done today. Think of the carrying they have done, the journey they have taken. Take an inhale there, and as you exhale, release that breath through the mouth. Sigh it away, providing energy towards the hips. Gratitude. And then when you're ready, you're going to move a little bit further up the body, up the spine. With every inhale here, so you can grow just a little bit taller. Exhale, more relaxed into the mat. As we travel down the shoulders, enjoy that sensory feedback between you and the mat. The feeling of the material, the skin, the hairs on the arms, touching down through maybe the soft material or the cold material, whatever it might be. And the hands, noticing whether the fingertips are now curled in, or maybe they're not. If they're not, just flick those fingers in and out just for a moment, just to reset. We travel back up the arms, up to the nape of the neck. And your next inhale, grow a little bit taller. Imagine that cord from the crown of the head really lengthening you on your mat. And then breathe it all away. From there, we come over the crown of the head between the eyes. Those eyebrows are far away from one another, just exactly where they belong. From there, down the nose to the lips, slightly parted, teeth slightly parted, tongue slightly rolled back. We breathe in and we breathe out. Knowing that you can take on that feeling of relaxation into the rest of your day. Now, just brings for me to remind you to go back to your intention from the beginning of class today. Revisit it. Remind yourself what was important all that time ago. And then when you're ready, knowing that you need to start to awaken the body and bringing it back to this present moment, start to move the body gently. The fingertips, the toe tips, start to move through the body, slowly but surely lengthening through one side and then the other. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, start to make your way back up to seated, and I will be there.